I love AJ Dillon. This is why I said, he was a guy, like you said, ninth, 10th round. I was taking him every single time. And you want to talk about a situation that is just perfect for fantasy success at the running back position.
Look at the release.
There's your separation.
Great route.
Stutter and go. Gets by clean.
That is unbelievable.
Maybe the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Hey, let's talk about AJ Dillon. Speaking of backup running backs, and this is like the prime case of like, okay, this is why you take a guy like this. You talk about flex with benefits or whatever, and that's AJ Dillon in a nutshell. You talk about he was 100% drafted, was widely going in like 10th round, sometimes earlier, because people thought, hey, listen, this guy can absolutely play, and he can, Now we're talking about a knee injury here for Aaron Jones, going to miss a few weeks, whatever it might be. I just think so long as Aaron Jones is out, to me, AJ Dillon is like a top 10 back in fantasy.
Oh my God. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I love AJ Dillon. This is why I said, he was a guy, like you said, 9th, 10th round. I was taking him every single time. And there have been times over the last few weeks, like I had to play AJ Dillon as an RB2 because Derrick Henry got hurt on all my teams and, stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, at least AJ Dillon's like getting some work, like that's the flex with benefits theory. That's the, and Tony Pollard became that guy this year.
Right. Yes.
Where he's actually been getting some real work, the James Conner was a flex with benefits. You could throw him out there and pray for a touchdown. And most time your prayers were answered. So, but they have this monster upside. We talk about James Conner having this monster upside. Obviously we're about to see that with AJ Dillon now. And like, I just am obsessed with this guy as a player, like big ass back, the thighs, bro. Like you want to talk about
the quads,
the quads. I mean, skies out, thighs out for AJ Dillon and all my fantasy teams right now. Cause like we are about to see this guy go ham. I think he is so good. And you want to talk about a situation that is just perfect for fantasy success at the running back position. AJ Dillon is talented. I think there's no question about that. Number two, this Packers offense, like sneaky runs, like kind of a boomer offense. They're very,
totally.
Which is, I think, kind of a good thing. We look at these teams that are all like light and finesse right now, but like the Packers kind of like, we think about them because of Aaron Rodgers and the passing game and Devontae Adams, but like the Packers kick your ass, man. Like, especially they got like David Bakhtiari coming back. They've got some other linemen and all that type of stuff. Like the Packers are a physical team that'll beat you up. AJ Dillon is a physical back that will beat you up as well. And most importantly of all, the takeaway that I think has gone under the radar here, the Packers defense might be legit really good. Like that's going to keep them in game scripts where they're going to be able to put the ball in AJ Dillon's belly 20 times per game as long as he's starting. This is just a great defense, I think, that's on the come up. They've slaughtered basically back-to-back Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, and now Russell Wilson. Russ got his own problems, but we'll talk about that later. This is a good defense. Like this is a perfect situation for a big grinder back like AJ Dillon. It's not, James, the question is not, is he a top 10 back? Because the answer is yes. It's how high can you put him in that top 10 going into week 11?
Okay. Well, how high are you putting him? He's taking on Minnesota. They've got some issues on their front line, but yeah, I've got him. I don't, without looking at my list. I mean, it's like I have him as a clear cut, easy top 10. What do you're getting me hypey now? What are we talking? Like higher? We going higher?
The matchup with Minnesota is legit good. I mean, okay, like Najee Harris, Nick Chubb if he plays, Zeke Elliott, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, those guys are all over. James Conner against the Seahawks or AJ Dillon against the Vikings.
Oh, give me AJ.
I don't know.
Dillon. Give me AJ.
Yeah.
Dillon.
Leonard Fournette against
Taylor.
the Giants.
Yeah, you got to throw Jonathan Taylor into the mix. Well, although, wow, Jonathan Taylor's got Buffalo. Ooh,
got the Bills, yeah. I would still probably put Jonathan Taylor there, but like, Leonard Fournette against the Giants, I think I'd probably take AJ Dillon just slightly. Giants defense has been playing better. Alvin Kamara coming off an injury against the Eagles. Eagles have been giving up.
He might not even play. He might not.
So
even
we'll
play,
see.
Though.
We'll see.
Austin
then
Ekeler?
You're like, Austin Ekeler against the Steelers, though.
Ooh.
Taking Jonathan Taylor, Dalvin Cook, Najee Harris, Christian McCaffrey. I think Austin Ekeler even against the Steelers. And Nick Chubb against the Lions for sure.
Oh, yeah. He's RB1.
Zeke.
Yeah.
You know, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I think you're getting right there towards 8. It's Jonathan Taylor versus the Bills or AJ Dillon.
Okay.
Like I think RB 6, 7, 8, depending on Kamara's status, stuff like that. I think you're looking at a top 8 potential back here with AJ Dillon. And
let's go.
If then they get the Rams the week after that. I know that like the Rams, you can run a little bit on the Rams, but it still should be a high scoring game. And like when they get inside the 5-yard line, we saw it against the Seahawks. Like they're slamming old AJ Dillon up there, buddy. Like I think that it's just such a good spot. And man, he makes plays as a receiver. I remember getting all gassed up about like Leonard Fournette when he's taken passing down work for the Bucks, and it's like, oh man, you start Leonard Fournette every single week. It's like AJ Dillon is what people wanted Leonard Fournette to be coming into the NFL draft. Like, you know, and he can catch and he can make plays out in space. Like,
right.
I am obsessed with this guy. It's why I drafted him everywhere in August. And like, I'm probably going to rank him super high this week.
I love it. Let's go, man. That's great. I love that.